Another episode of Healthy Discussion. Today's topic, we're talking about Cooper, the mortgage firm that's been hacked. This cybersecurity hack is making you late for your mortgage. Same thing with the ARC transfer with Wells Fargo, US Bank, Bank of America, Chase. What's going on? Is the internet really safe? Leave them comments down below. I would like to know. Smash that like. Watch this.
First Friday of the month, and while many people were counting on that direct deposit to
Uh-huh.
come this morning, you might have found your money wasn't there. Huntington Bank, US
Pause.
Bank.
That direct deposit wasn't so direct after all, was it? It was kind of like an indirect deposit, because it seemed like something indirect is happening. What is it? Does anyone knows the answer to this one? You work hard. You go to work, you go to your trouble hard, you do your 9 to 5, you put your time in, you put your grind in, right? But every time when it's time to get paid, it's always something, ain't it? If it's not the employee or the employer, it's the banking. If it's not the banking, it's the internet. If it's not the internet, it's the delay. It's always something. But pay close attention.
America, Wells Fargo, Chase, all having issues this morning. And that's because they all use the same clearinghouse network for processing.
And the clearinghouse, that's the problem. You have different banking institutions using a centralized protocol, which is called the clearinghouse. They need to switch that up, because if you're just banking on that, that's not going to work. We all know banking is crashing. Banks is obsolete. You have online. But if these are the things that's happening online, we might still need them brick and mortar. Because online is not regulated. It's prone to a lot of cyber attacks. And what's next? Leave your thoughts down below. I want to know what's next. Do you bank with Wells Fargo? Do you plan on going far at all with Wells Fargo? What are you chasing with Chase? What are you chasing with Chase? Smash that like if you agree. Let's continue.
Transaction. And that network experienced an error that's since been resolved. That came on top of another issue. Millions
Problem
of
after
homeowners
problem.
had this morning trying to pay their mortgage at the beginning of the month. The lending service company Mr. Cooper is the latest to fall victim to the ubiquitous cybersecurity hack. Kent's here to talk about it. Hey, Kent.
Can we talk
concern
about
about this apparent hack is still just beginning to hit some mortgage customers, because
What?
even though more than 4 million people are impacted, experts say some might not even realize they are a Mr. Cooper customer, especially if their mortgage payment comes out automatically every month.
One thing I'm noticing about this automation world, it sounds good. It sounds great. It sounds like that's manageable. It actually saves you time, energy, and money. So I would see why people would want to invest in automation. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes doing that thing manually is the best thing. Sometimes literally going in to make a payment is the best thing. Now I think grandpa and grandma was correct. The old way really is the best way, because at least you know you paid. You're relying on something automated, and that automation system failed, which means you're no longer on time. So what's the backup? The lack of preparation creates poor performance. So should you have an automation system that's checking the automation system, and if that goes out, then there has to be a protocol that pays them on time. Because most will be affected by this. Via their credit rating will go down. Missing a mortgage definitely is going to hurt your credit. Maybe hurt your relationship with the bank. And it's kind of their fault. Because they bringing you through a one, basically like a vacuum. They bringing you through the clearinghouse that all institutions go to. That clearinghouse obviously isn't so clear after all. Smash that like button if you agree. What's your thoughts? Did you receive your check on time or not? And if not, how did it affect you? Did you have to go borrow some money? Did you? What was the interest rate on the money that you just borrowed? All because of a mishap of the institutions? I see why banking is failing. Smash that like button if you agree. I see why between 2020 and 2023 they've closed so many banks. I see why it's a $304 billion withdrawal. People are just taking their money out of the bank. I kind of see why now. The integrity, the same thing that happened with the media. The integrity, the trust, everything is broken. Let me repeat. The structure itself is broken. And if banks don't have depositors, then it's no longer in business. Because the banking business is to lend. So if you don't have anything to lend, how could it be for profit? I see why bankruptcy is so popular right now. Smash that like button if you agree. But let's continue.
Have a home mortgage that originated with another company. There is a chance it's now under Mr. Cooper's roof.
In most
Mr.
cases,
Cooper.
that loan is going to be bought or sold to a servicer, i.e. Mr. Cooper. Mr. Cooper is the
Who
largest
is Mr.
servicer
Cooper?
of mortgage loans across the country, actually.
So this is a big deal.
It is. A very big deal.
Zach Wakenaut says he hasn't heard that
Is this the Cooper that jumped out the plane and nobody knew where he landed on the bank heist? Do y'all know about that Cooper? I'm just saying, can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it because it seemed like this is what's happening with the company. People are missing their payments, missing being on time. Let's continue.
his customers at Guaranteed Rate Affinity are among the 4 million impacted by Mr. Cooper's cybersecurity issue. But he says it is possible because you probably wouldn't know unless you tried to log on to pay.
Not a whole lot of communication has gone
What?
about it just yet.
In a statement, the company says the incident happened on Halloween and that it
What?
locked down its systems and locked customers out to keep their data safe. Adding, rest assured, you will not incur any fees, penalties, or negative credit reporting
Was that a
related
fact?
to late payments as we work to fix the issue. If you schedule your payment automatically, the company says it will be processed as soon as our systems are operational and you will receive a notification.
How long would that
It
be?
might come as news to some customers because that link to information is blocked by some internet browsers that
What?
deem the connection itself unsecure.
Oh, this is unsolved.
Information might have been compromised.
It also
Of
makes
course
me
it
wonder
has.
about how much people should trust any communication coming into their inbox right now.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, I would say the best thing to do would be just to pick up the phone and call. And I'm sure their phones are
Oh.
but it'd be in your best interest to stay on hold and make sure you
So
speak to
grandma
somebody
and
with some
grandpa
actual
was right.
information.
I can tell you if consumers do have concerns or they don't know what to do, they can certainly call the Department of Commerce.
Assistant Commissioner of Enforcement Jacqueline Olson says even though Mr. Cooper's investigation is just beginning and their customers have been locked out, they can still be proactive.
They can
What?
contact the
That's more work for you to do.
that's, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and place a one-call fraud alert on their credit report. And they'd only have to contact one of them to make that happen.
Hold on, because they're not telling you what's really going on. You going through all that. We all know that Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, the credit bureaus, right? We all know that that's a process. So the fact that they're telling you a solution that's going to take 30 to 90 days, like really? They really think people are this delayed? It takes 30 to 90 days for that process to go through. So how are you accommodating the people in between that? I really want to know. Leave them comments down below. Did this happen to you? I don't want to hear it from the news. I want to hear it from the people. Because obviously they don't have a clue on reality. You're going to tell them to call Experian, Equifax, all these automated services, knowing that you're not going to get an answer, knowing that you have to email and write them a letter. And once you write them a letter, it's going to be 30 to 90 days on a response. So why are you giving solutions that's not really solving the problem? It's not a solution. It's not a solution at all. Smash that like button if you agree. Go in there yourself and start paying your bills on your own, because if you depend on this automation thing, Obviously, they're letting you know why automation don't work. Yes, it may be convenient to some, but convenience costs a price. In order for something to be convenient, it's going to conveniently cost you. Let me repeat. It's going to conveniently cost you. Can we talk about it? But let's continue.
Cybersecurity information page, Mr. Cooper does go on to say that customers can communicate using their secure text messaging platform. And if the company finds that customer data was exposed, it will offer identity protection services.
After the fact?
Trouble accessing that information, we're posting the latest update along with some Q&A, frequently asked questions, along with this story on care11.com.
Man, you can't, it's no way that you can do that after the fact. After the fact, you're going to call. After the fact, you're going to call. After the fact, you're going to call and report an incident. So there's nothing you can do to be preventive. It is nothing you can do to be preventive. Now, smash that like button if I brought value to you. Did you know about this event of what's going on with the clearinghouse? The clearinghouse is what all banking institutions use to set up the automated payments. The clearinghouse is basically a mortgage line, direct line. So if the Cooper clearinghouse is jammed, and your bank payment is tied to it, but there's no communication going on, then whose fault is that? Who do you blame? You know, or you already know who they're gonna blame. They always blame the consumer. Notice I didn't say the American or the citizen, because that's over with. They consider you a consumer. That's it. The person, they didn't say producers. They consider the mass amount of people consumers. So you may want to switch that up. Smash that like button if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Make sure you're aware of what's going on these banking and this online banking that's going on, and these cyber attacks. Make sure that you're doing everything in your rightful power to keep your identity safe, to keep your money safe. After you get the bag, don't forget to protect the bag. That's the next assignment. Once again, after you get the money, don't forget to protect the money. On that note, peace, blessings, and let me know if automation worked for you. Is it really working for you, or is it hurting you? Is it convenient or is it inconvenient? I want to know your thoughts down below. Leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know. Do you believe that you can go far with Wells Fargo? Do you believe that you can chase with Chase? Is the Bank of America banking on America? I just want to know. Leave your thoughts down below. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. And remember, security is first. Safety is first. Don't forget that. Positivity over negativity always. Peace, love, and blessings.